I was born in Lorain, Ohio, to a Catholic family. I always knew that there was a God. It all started for me around middle school. Growing up, my parents always told me to, if anybody asked me what my faith was, to just tell them that you're Catholic. About in the 7th grade, my parents got divorced. My dad was kind of abusive to my mother and my brothers and us. So going through that as an 11-year-old kid wasn't very easy. I was the one that actually had to call the police on my father. In my sophomore year of high school, I met a friend who doesn't believe in God. He's an atheist, and he sort of had a bit of an influence on me. Eventually, I came to a point where I didn't like anything about church. I didn't like anything about His Word, the Bible. I didn't like anything about Christians. I always seemed rubbed the wrong way by all the Christians that I met at school and in my life. On top of that, I was kind of bullied at school all the time. I was always upset. I was always angry. I went through a phase where I was really ungrateful. I hated everything. That's how I became pretty much an atheist. After my junior year of high school, I got my first job. And I met this friend who invited me to go to church with her. She was a really good friend of mine. The Lord used that to kind of start making His way in my life and bringing me back to Him. I first went to church and I was super skeptical. Eventually, I kept coming back, every so often. One April Sunday, my pastor gave a great sermon. I came to him after the service, and I asked him, who's this Jesus guy you're talking about? And I think that's when it really clicked for me that I was a sinner, and there was nothing else left for me. It was hell, and that scared me. We had a conversation that probably lasted about 2 or 3 hours, probably about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 hours after service. I accepted the Lord. I surrendered to Jesus. I let Him come inside my heart. That just feeling of love seemed so foreign to me. It was almost scary at first. The fact that He loves me now just as much as He did before He saved me, I think that just speaks for His love. I have access to the power of the one who created the universe, the one who hung the stars in the sky. And that's His strength is what I hold on to. The Lord tells us to lean on His strength. That's what I'm doing. And I eventually want to become a youth pastor someday and teach kids that were just like me. My name is Reynaldo, and this is my story.